what you should be doing to score to win the fight. Yeah. Muay Thai, Muay Thai is exactly the same. All the techniques are allowed. We do very much favour damage. So if you hurt your opponent, when you talk about damage, some people think, oh, I cut them, they should win. But the most important is what we call internal damage. Yeah, internal damage is if you hit someone with a punch, they're gone, their legs are gone. You wobble them, or you hit them in the body, and you can clearly see that you've hurt the opponent. Yeah, low kicks are the same. If the leg bends, they're in pain. That's a very high damage. Yeah. Down from that, you get accumulated damage. So if you're hitting their opponent on the leg for 2 rounds, in the 3rd round he's fighting orthodox, he switches in southpaw now. You can see there's accumulated damage there. So you've built up and you've hurt your opponent again. And then you get cuts, superficial cuts, welts. That will be what we call superficial damage. That's a little bit lower than the other damage categories. Yeah. After that, clean shots. So if you land more shots on your opponent, clear shots, then you should in theory win the round. Yeah, there's no such thing in one Lumpinee or one Muay Thai like you would maybe have in the stadiums. In the final round, you're behind or it's very close, your opponent comes in, you spin them off balance, huge score, they can't come back and win now. But no, that's just one technique. Yeah, so a punch or a kick or a knee, all techniques are the same as well, from whether it's a punch, low kick, body kick, it should all score the same. It's just how much damage it's seen to have done. Yeah. So if you outwork your opponent, going back to what Timo said, make sure you work hard, throw lots of shots, then that's what the right track you should be on. Yeah. Anyone got any questions about what does or doesn't score? No. Fouls. This is an important part. Ben, if I can just borrow you, mate. You've probably seen one championship before. Some of you have fought on it, where you see the referee gets a yellow card out. So you want to be careful on what you do so you don't get the yellow card. Say for example we're throwing punches and then Ben stands his head, I catch him on the back of the head. That's a foul. But he's moved his head out of the way, so it's unintentional. The referee will warn you. So anything past the ear here is a foul, yeah? If he does it again and he moves his head and I carry on punching, then the referee can come in and give you a yellow card, yeah? Yellow card doesn't mean that you're going to lose a round, it's not a point, but it's 10% of your purse. So be very careful, you listen to the referee and you don't do anything, you know, if he tells you don't do this, make sure you're really careful that you don't. Other fouls to watch out for, if you catch the kick, 2 steps only, then you have to drop the kick and throw something, yeah? You have to throw a shot. If you catch a kick and go backwards, that's no problem. If your opponent, sorry Ben, so I'm borrow again. So if you do like a push kick or a side kick to the knee and push it back, that's also a foul, yeah? Obviously be careful you're wearing open finger gloves as well, so when you're throwing strikes, make sure your hands are tight, yeah? So you don't poke anyone in the eye. Again, it can be unintentional, but if you keep doing it, then obviously there's a chance you'll get a yellow card as well, yeah? Any questions, any other questions on fouls at all? No? Tomorrow we have the weigh-in. The scale will be here until 12 o'clock midday. So you can come any time in the night, come and check your weight, yeah, up until 12 o'clock tomorrow. The vans will take you to the stadium at 12:30. We have a photo shoot first at the stadium when you get there, a face-off with your opponent, and then the weigh-in starts, yeah? Fight day, we have 2 rooms, red corner, blue corner. We ask you, once you get to the stadium, stay in the room at all times if you can, yeah? We're on a live TV broadcast, so we've got to be very careful about knowing where everyone is. At any time we might need to swap a fight or whatever, and if you're off somewhere else, it could be a problem. Once your hands are wrapped, we expect you to be in there at all times, yeah? So if you need to go to the toilet, there's staff there, you can go and talk to one of them, they'll take you out to the toilet and bring you back, yeah? No food allowed in the room. Any liquids, just plain water in a bottle that we can see is plain water. Be careful with that. We have had a few instances with people bringing stuff in that they shouldn't have done, and it could get you in trouble, yeah? White crew, there'll be at least one fight on the early card where there'll be a white crew, yeah? I'm not sure what fight it is yet. It could be fight number 3, 4, 5, 6. It all depends on the time. If there's knockouts, it'll be later. If you get asked to do the Y crew, we ask you just keep it to a 1 minute minimum, yeah? No longer than 1 minute, because again, we're on live TV, so we have to be very careful on the time. So just maybe just seal the ring or whatever, make something up, and then just keep it no longer than that. Just briefly, Elbrus and Wow, obviously you're in a kickboxing fight, there's a few different things you need to watch out for. Obviously no elbows, you can't catch the kick in kickboxing, parry and counter, that's okay, yeah? And clinch, Vince, so you can't actually physically come in and grab your opponent and then knee. So if we're fighting and he moves in and I end up in this position, that's okay, you can knee, 2 seconds break, yeah? I think that's about it. Any other questions at all from anyone about anything at all on the night, yeah? No? Okay, on that case, I will hand you over to Pet Bunchu now and he will do the Thai version.
Michael.